Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Live Talk with the JNEWZ. Today is October the 27th, 2015, and it's now 1:54. I decided to let Facebook and social media see the real me. No makeup, no hair done, no dressed up, nothing. Just me, Janet Andrews. Now, today's topic, what I wanted to discuss, is something that's very important, and I think everybody would love to hear this. I was in the store today. I'm just coming in for doing what I have to do, whatever the case may be, so y'all probably see me looking like this. Well, anyway, I was in the store today, and it was these three construction men, and they was talking about their jobs and everything, and the discussion that what they was discussing was co-workers. And I know some of y'all, whoever's looking at this, because some of y'all don't watch my tapings, but it's all good because I like to do it. I like to challenge myself, especially when it's me, JNEWZ, interviewing JNEWZ. So anyway, the discussion was, they was talking about how, I'm just going to just throw names as an example. Now, it was, like I said, it was three guys. Let's say their name was Harry, Stephen, and Sam. So they was talking about how Harry was conversating with someone at the job, right? And who Harry was conversating with was only two people. So I'm going to give another name. Harry was conversating with Susan and Jane. Now, as he's talking to them, now remind, they wasn't talking about anything about the job. They wasn't talking about anything about people at the job. They just, Harry just was speaking in general. So, what I overheard was how Jane and Susan was speaking to Harry, heard what Harry said, and then next whatever Harry was saying went all around the job. And Harry was frustrated with it. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wow, this happens at every freaking job. And I don't understand this with people, adults, grown-ups. You in the what, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? We all been through working at a job, and you always have a few co-workers that's talk too much. You have co-workers that gossip too much. When they say, oh, it's like this at all jobs, every job, whatever the case may be, it shouldn't have to be like this at any jobs, no job. If whatever you hear, you don't repeat. And this is not only at a workplace. This is everyday life, walking down the streets. Whatever you hear that don't have nothing to do with you, please keep your mouth shut. This is how he say, she say, gossiping. Everybody know your business standing at the water cooler. Everybody knows your business because Jane or Susan don't know how to keep your mouth shut. And I started getting aggravated for Harry, and I don't even know Harry. But I was hearing what Harry was saying, and it's the truth. And this is grown men. This is grown men that's speaking about gossiping. Gossiping in the workplace. Now, we all know, I'm pretty sure whoever watching this is going through at their jobs. I know I went through it at my job. And so forth and so forth. But the bottom line is, why do people repeat what you hear? And then you tell a different story than what Harry originally said. And it's like walking down the street, or let's say 5 people is just having a basic conversation. Ricky, Ralph, Ronnie, Bobby, Johnny. Everybody having a conversation. Now it's 5 people that's having a conversation. Just talking about anything. Not nobody particular. Just talking. And then next thing you know, Billy from across the street, or Billy that works in the building but a different department, already knows what the hell y'all was talking about. I'ma wait. Okay. Why do you have to repeat what you hear? And what I dislike is when it's happening at a workplace. And I don't care if you're the person that's a gossiper or like to start shit in the workplace, you need to stop it and cut it out and grow up. This goes for everyone, or the adults. If you call yourself grown, if you in your 40s, 50s, 60s. If you come into a workplace for 8 hours with a co-worker, that means that co-worker should feel free to say what they want to say and not have to worry about repercussions at the end of the day. Why? Because somebody at a Tom, Dick, and Harry or Jane ran off with their mouths and started a whole big, stuff at a workplace. So when you go to a job, oh yeah, girl, they talk about this at the job. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, that's at all jobs. The reason why it's like that at all jobs, because you as an individual, either you're doing a conversation or you just sitting down listening, you run your mouth. You running your mouth too much. And then you're not telling the true story of what Harry said. You going around telling different shit. Everybody needs to come to a workplace, a job, feeling happy. Not because they did just to get a paycheck, but they love their job. It's not that many people out here. I'm pretty sure whoever watching this, you have a job, but are you happy at your job? You have a career, but are you happy with your career? Whatever you're doing, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Like, I've been in predicaments where I was the new jack on the scene, working in the corporate world. I was a new jack compared to other people that was there for 6, 10, 15 years. I'm a new jack. This is their turf I'm stepping on. Now, when you're working at a workplace, like I said, in corporate world, sometimes you intimidate people. I'm pretty sure if whoever been on my page, I just posted a video, I think it was probably a couple of weeks ago, when the lady was talking about, they just don't like you. They just don't like you. And you want to come to a job where sometimes you're like, shut up, Phil. You always gossiping about somebody. I don't want to hear nobody's business. Shut up. And you get tired of it. You get tired of it. You get to the point as the older you get, the gossiping and hearing about other people's business is not entertaining. It's not entertaining. It's not. Because that's all you hear every day. Now, if you working, your life is at home, and then you have 8 lives that's at your job. 365 days. Your life is at a job. So why not want to come to work and feel free to express and say what you want to say around Belle, Biv, DeVoe, and Ronnie, without Ronnie going back to Susan and telling Susan what Harry just said? That it ain't have nothing to do with Harry. Damn sure ain't have nothing to do with Susan. That's how gossip starts around the workplace. Every job that I've been to, whatever the case may be, oh, yo, Jay, make sure you don't speak to that one. Make sure you don't tell this one your business. Make sure you don't tell that one your business. And I am a new jack, and you already have a name at the damn job, being known as a gossiper. How that shit make you feel? How the hell that make you feel that you are known around people as a gossiper? As you talk too much. As, oh, don't tell them. Don't be careful who you talk around, because they will say something. How the hell, as a grown-ass person, you feel about being known as that at a workplace? You know how many wake-up calls I have gotten when I, step on a workplace, on somebody's turf? Only if y'all knew. But me, knowing me, the person that I am, I don't judge people based on what somebody else say. I don't do that. I'm not God. I won't judge you, period. If we build a friendship on our own without Harry help, that means we're building up a friendship on our own. So it's for me to know when you're gonna do what everybody else is telling you to do. What everybody else say that you are a gossiper. So I'm gonna talk to you, because I'm not gonna listen to what nobody else is saying. I have to learn and experience on my own for that. And it's a shame. It really, really is a shame how your worst enemies is the people that you work around. Your co-workers. It's not more of a manager, a supervisor, your boss. It's the people that you work around. Because some of them in a work environment are gossipers. Y'all talk too much. Whatever you hear, you have to repeat. On your lunchroom, on your lunch break, outside smoking a cigarette. You just talk too much. And that's the same way out here in the streets. It's 5 of us talking. Please tell me how somebody else outside of 5 group that we all was talking about know exactly what the hell Harry was talking about. That should tell you a lot about you as an individual. I'm serious. I'm dead behind serious. Because like I said, I walked in those shoes. And it's a damn shame that we as human beings are like this. Where whatever you hear, you repeat. Whatever Harry was telling y'all on the 3rd floor, please tell me how Susan heard about it. And she works on the 13th floor. Really? So I could understand when I was in the store and Harry, I'm just like I said, I don't know his real name. I don't know him, period. But I could understand his frustration. And this would make me have to come live talk with the JNEWZ. Because we all have that. We all going through that in the workplace. You always have a co-worker that's just talk too much. And if you that co-worker that's talking too much, shut up. Shut up. Because all that beefing or everything, whatever you doing, can get you terminated. And if I have my own company, and when I do have my own company, because I am going to have my own company, that's going to be one thing that JNEWZ is not going to tolerate. It's gossipers. It's he say, she says. Working for me. I'm not tolerating that. So whatever Susan business that's Sector 6, Susan, the secretary on the 3rd floor, and I'm the boss. I'm the owner of the company. And I have an office on the 18th floor. Susan business should not be coming to my door. Period. In my eyes, that will terminate you. I will fire you. I will give you your last pay and get out of my office. Because that means somewhere down the line in my department, whoever I hired is bringing hostile in this environment. You're bringing he say, she say to this environment because Susan business should have never reached my door and I'm the boss. So that means people I'm hiring that's working for me is starting shit. That's making Susan feel uncomfortable. And Susan could be one of my best workers. So guess who Miss Andrews is going to terminate? And I don't want to hear, no, but the only thing I said was, that's the problem. That right there is going to get you fired because you should have never said nothing if it have nothing to do with you. Mind your business. And thank you so much for your service. So if you are out there like that, that talk too much, that gossip a lot, that repeat everything what you hear, and if you at a workplace and you doing that, stop it. I dislike people like that. We all talk about people. We all do our mess. None of us is perfect, but there's a way how you do it. And I've worked in jobs, trust me, where I could count on one hand. This one talk too much, oh, this one, and I'm sitting there and I'm hearing these people just like, oh, shut up. Shut up. Because when that person that you talking about come to you and say, why you saying this and why you say that, and did you say this, what you gonna say? You ain't gonna say shit but lie. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna lie, knowing damn well you said it. Nobody needs to come to work feeling like that. Nobody needs to come to work afraid or can express themselves and talking about anything in general without somebody running back and saying something. Like I said, your haters, the people that's jealous of you, are the ones that you work with every freaking day. Are your co-workers. And I try to be one of those co-workers where I'm not in no he say, she say. Whatever, you can talk about Harry. I don't give a shit. I ain't going to go back and tell Harry. And I'm not going to talk in riddles either. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm mind my business. That's why when I work, I'm loved at a job. Yeah, I have my, which I want to call those people, haters, jealousy. I don't know. Yeah, I have one of those because I know my work performance is good. It's up to par. Just because I live in the projects, I still know how to deal in a corporate world. Yes, I do. I'm not intimidated, and I damn sure don't have to kiss nobody's behind, especially kiss the person behind that signs my check to get somewhere. I never was known, or with the Lord's help, or will I ever be known as a gossiper at a workplace. Because whatever I hear, I don't have anything to do with it. I keep my mouth shut. I bet you Jane on the 15th floor won't hear about it. But if Jane do hear about it on the 15th floor and she's telling me, knowing that you up there on the 15th floor, so how you know what's going on, I still wouldn't jump in the conversation. Yeah, Jane, keep on talking, baby. Tell me what you know. Because I know somebody on the 3rd floor said something. So I just wanted to bring this to everyone's attention on Live Talk with the JNEWZ today. Whatever you hear, keep your mouth shut. Whatever don't have nothing to do with you, keep your mouth shut. Whatever you read on social media about somebody, what somebody wrote, or what somebody's going through, don't be so fast to pick up the phone and start talking about them. Keep your mouth shut. And grow the fuck up. That's all you got to do. Because at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, when those people or that person come to you, would you be able to back it up? Would you? I'll wait. So, as you get older, like I said, certain things you get tired of. You got to grow out of it. You got to grow out of it. And especially at a workplace. You come there to work. You come there to work. Don't come to work trying to backstab your coworker or trying to throw your coworker underneath the bus. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. We all struggling out here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here we go. Live Talk with the JNEWZ. Signing out. Peace, Facebook.